Welcome to Boys, episode 136. It's our first episode of the new year.
We're back.
New year, new me.
Don't say
Same old me. Same old, you know what? It is a new me,
Yeah.
but not really. Every day's a new
What do
day.
they say? Like, is it every 7 years your body like expels cells and you're basically a new person? So let's just say 7 years, you're a new person. I guess every day you're a new. You make a decision to be a new person.
When you step out of the bed and you put that foot on the ground, whether
Your
it's
right foot, put your best foot forward, they say.
on the right side of the bed, every day is a new day. Every day is a new decision. I've been making a lot of decisions lately.
Yeah?
And yeah, just personal decisions.
Like life-changing decisions?
Josh, just alignments, okay? Just alignments.
Alignments?
Looking forward.
Readjustments.
Getting tired of the bullshit.
Yeah.
And just life, man. You know, I used to be one way, and I could just feel myself leaning.
Yeah.
I can just feel it. We don't have to get into all that. This is a show about positivity, the new year, the same old Robbie Ray. We're going to get right to the show. But first, some business. BoysPodcast.com. It's a hub of all things boys. There you will still find links to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as that golden donate button. Help us through 2019. Throw a few shekels our way. Got to upgrade the studio. Got to keep with the times, the changing times.
Why does the word shekel sound racist to me?
It does.
Right?
I don't know. It does have a weird connotation to it. I don't know the origin of the word, but it does indeed sound
It sounds a little
antiquated.
Little Jewishy kind of.
Jewishy?
I was going to say Jewy, but that sounds
that is indeed
definitely.
That's a bad one.
Oh.
Again, boyspodcast.com.
Boys is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, wherever you catch your pods. Check us out there. Rate, review, subscribe whilst there.
Be sure to email us at boys@boyspodcast.com. Send us a little feedback, and we'll send you some of these new stickers that we got.
Thank you to our sponsors, Anthem Brewing, anthembrewing.com. I was trying to think of a funny New Year allegory or quip or quote, but you know what? It's just good.
Out with those old beers, in with them new beers at Anthem Brewing.
Great friends of the show, been with us pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
We had a slight derailment for a moment, but we're back on track. We're better than ever. It's 2019. Drink it up. Also, Fat Bison, fatbison.com. Good friend of the show. You know, now you got a little of that Christmas cash just burning a hole in your pocket or in your fanny pack that you wear across your chest. Spend it at fatbison.com. He makes beautiful signs, furniture, all kinds of cool shit made of wood.
I actually just got something from Fat Bison like 2 weeks ago.
And what is that?
I got well, Matt made me a Ouija board for the other podcast that I'm doing as just like a awesome like wall decoration. It's fucking beautiful. It's like
It is.
all black and like everything is like carved in. It's just
It looks evil. It looks the way you want a Ouija board to look.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want one of those pansy-ass Ouijas.
Get your pussy-ass Ouija out of here.
Yeah. No, this one's metal as fuck. It was very cool. Thanks, Matt.
If you go to fatbison.com, you can get a quote. Tell him Boys sent you in the special section, the little special field at the bottom. Maybe he'll give you a little hookup. We'll see. Nothing's set in stone here. This is a handshake agreement with one of our best friends. But tell him we sent you. Lastly, Champion Vintage. Take it away, Josh.
Champion Vintage OKC on Instagram. Tell those gals the boys sent you, and you get 10% off your order.
Just deals. Just ringing in the new year with just deals left and right.
Okay, I'm gonna. While we're talking about that, there's a CBD website that I go to order all my CBD stuff. Free plug here. Trythecbd.com. They sent me an email for a discount code for 19% off for 2019. Like that sounds like a really dumb 19. Just bump it up to 20.
Yeah, because 2019. You got your choice of numbers there. Just bump it up 1%.
1%.
Or 2019% off.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now that's a deal.
They give you money.
I just bathe in it. I just pour it in my tub and just bathe in CBD and just let my cares dissolve.
Oh man, it's because it cures everything. It's a cure-all.
It is. It's a good product.
I
Really,
love it.
Really is.
Lastly, thank you guys for your donations, your feedback, your love. We love you. And I hope you all put your best feet forward this 2019 with us.
Now here's the show. So, the new year is here.
Yeah.
And I was greeted with a gift on the first day of 2019.
Was it a turd? Like a dog turd?
No. Old man 2000 came and dropped off a dog turd on my pillow.
No, that's what he does. He's got a bag full of dog turds.
Oh, God.
So Santa, he's gone. He was gone last week.
He's taking a nap.
Yeah, so Old Man New Year?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, he comes with a bag of turds and just drops them off.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
But almost as disgusting as the gift that was bestowed upon me.
What was bestowed upon you?
I woke up and I have a sty in my eye. Have you ever had a sty in your eye?
No, but isn't there like a poem, sty in my eye, go to the next one that's walking by?
I think so. I don't know what it is. I don't know how long it lasts. I had one when I was much younger, and I freaked out. Because, you know, your peepers, man, they're dainty little...
They're fragile.
Things, yeah. Little gelatinous balls of vision. They're scary. If anything happens to your eyes, now as I get older, I need glasses. And that's a tough thing to deal with.
In your 20s, you looked cool in them.
Yeah, it's like growing up, I never needed glasses. And honestly, I was kind of envious of my friends with glasses because I was like, man, what a great accessory.
Yeah.
There's styles, there's colors, there's all kinds of attributes.
I admittedly was one of those assholes who wore fake glasses to look cool.
Did you have like the 90s fake glasses with the yellow lenses?
No, I had the Rivers Cuomo, like, you're just like Ray-Ban, like Wayfarer style.
Yeah. Your classic nerd glasses?
Nerd glasses.
Did you ever put tape in the middle?
No.
Okay, good. I had this sty, though, and it doesn't hurt, but there's a spot in my eye, and I swear I can kind of see it. And it's freaking me out.
So is it like a splinter in your eye, kind of?
It's just like a little brown spot. Like, I don't know where it came from. I don't know, but I can feel it.
What can you do for it? Eye drops?
I need to look. I don't know. I need to do some research. I need to go to WebMD. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with my life now that I have this sty in my eye.
You today?
This morning.
Oh.
I wonder.
So it could have been poo.
Well.
In your eye.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. It's painful though, and I don't like it. But it's one of those things where it's like, do you go to the doctor for that? Do you go to an optometrist? Or do you just ride it out like I do with all of my other medical problems?
Well, no, you go to the doctor quite a bit. I don't at all. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I don't go to the doctor ever.
When was the last time you went to the doctor?
4 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I don't go.
You don't get a checkup?
Nope.
Why not?
I just don't need to. I mean, I think I turned 37 this month, so maybe I should start going for checkups.
It's good.
Yeah.
Have you ever had your prostate examined?
No.
Officially?
No, not officially.
Okay.
I got some of those back alley ones,
Yeah, you should. You should go. No, I'm not saying you should get your prostate examined.
Right.
You should go to the doctor.
Sure. I mean, I think that's what I'm going to do this year. New year, new me, new prostate. I'm going to new finger up my ass.
New year, same old smooth prostate.
No, I want to start doing checkups, like, because I'm paranoid as fuck. I mean, we're all going to die, but I have the fear, of what's it, how's it going to be? How's it going to go down? That's kind of what's happening. My fear of death and mortality thing is morphed into acceptance, but now it's like, well, what's it going to be? But if you go to a doctor and get checked up, you can start crossing things off of that list.
Totally.
Like,
and nothing feels better from a doctor than good news. Nothing feels more scary than waiting for news.
Oh, yeah.
I've had blood work done in the past. I've had my PP examined. I've done it all. And man, that waiting, it's true. It is the hardest part.
Because you go through your head of the worst case scenario because you do that because you're like, well, if I think of the worst thing and it's not that, then everything's fine. It could be the second worst thing and be like, oh, well, at least it's not that other thing.
Exactly. But it's always something.
Yeah.
So several years ago, I went and I had to get a colonoscopy. And this was probably like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That was some scary shit, man.
Yeah.
No pun intended. The eating, you had to eat. Well, you couldn't really eat. You had to drink certain things before. You couldn't eat anything solid.
Yeah, they're shoving a camera up your asshole.
The procedure was
no blockage.
Nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at all. But the prep was the real scary, crappy part. And everything was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was fine. Another freak out for no reason over here.
But that's the thing. Like, you freak out, and if you do the Josh method of just like, it's probably nothing. But what if it is? What if it's that one time that it is something? Because every time I've gone to the doctor, the reason why I stopped going is because I felt like I was wasting his fucking time.
Right.
Like, you go in there like, I don't know, I feel weird. And he's like, yeah, you have a cold. Here's this. Or, you know what?
Get out of here. I got to deal with the guy with the sty in his eye.
Yeah.
Got some real
Well,
problems.
you actually have, that's a medical condition. I would go in because my brain feels tingly sometimes. It could be brain cancer. And then he's like, no, you just have a headache. Take a fucking aspirin.
Yeah. Get some sleep.
My doctor's Dennis Leary, obviously.
Get some rest. Get some sleep. You'll be fine. Which is kind of a cure-all, much like your CBD oil, you know.
My bath of CBD.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it'll go away. I see that it says there's some methods here.
Mm-hmm.
Soak a clean washcloth in very warm water and put it over the sty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll try that, I guess. Keep your face and eyes very clean. Okay. Get rid of any crust you see around your eye. I don't have any crust. I'm crust-free in the new year.
Eye crust.
Have you ever had a sty, Dylan?
No. I've had pink eye once.
That does come from poop.
It's not just poop. It's like, it's the same thing with a sty. It can just be like bacteria of really any kind getting in your eye.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a bummer because I worked that morning. And so I woke up and I was like, like one of my eyes was like it could open, but it was just like loosey-goosey. And I was like, what is happening? And I went and looked in the mirror and like my eye was just like red and partially closed. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, dude, I have pink eye for sure. So I called my manager and I was like, hey man, I can't come in. I have pink eye. And he was like, no, you have to come in. And I was like, no, because I could give you all pink eye. And he was like, well, you should come in anyway because it might not be. And I was like, cool, okay. So I show up to work and I walk in and I'm there for 30 seconds. He was like, yeah, no, you have pink eye. I was like, I fucking told you, bro.
If you were trying to just play hooky from work, wouldn't you just be like, yeah, I got the shits, or, you know, whatever, my dog died or something like that. Like, not, I have pink eye, because I'll tell you what, if you see somebody with pink eye, and I'm not pink eye shaming here,
right?
Okay.
It's just everyone always assumes that it's because you rubbed some poo-poo in your eye.
Yeah, you live in filth.
Yeah. You were eating ass.
Yeah.
A little too sloppily.
Like slinging
it to and fro.
Slinging that doo-doo butter around
your whole face.
No, normally it's like, you know, you fart on something, like, you know, or you don't wash your hands as well as you should.
Right.
You rub your...
Which I don't know about you guys, but I'm constantly like rubbing my eyes.
All the time.
I think about that all the time. Like, I'm a pretty clean guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wash my hands after I go to the bathroom. I shower regularly or bathe regularly. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not a dirty guy. I keep my house pretty clean.
Robbie's a clean boy.
But the sty happens, man. The pink eye happens. I had a friend when I was probably in my like early 20s, and we'll just call him Gary. Gary lived in filth. Gary was a good friend of mine, but he lived in utter filth. Gary got pink eye constantly.
Yeah, you live in garbage.
In the short time that we were friends, I would say the dude got pink eye 3 times in a year.
That's excessive.
And I just, like, he'd call me, you know, and, you want to come over, man? You want to come hang out? And I'd be like, yeah, I got to work.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Sunday at 9 a.m. What are you doing? It's like, no, I just can't be in the pink eye zone, man.
But is that when you should just be brutally honest with the person and be like, no, I'm not coming to your shit-infested house because it's infested with shit. I'm not coming to your house.
There are times when brutal honesty is the only policy for me. And it's tough when you're presented with something like that. And it's like somebody will ask you a question. And you're just like, well, come to think of it, you live in filth. Yeah. You know, or whatever. It's whatever the question is and the answer thereafter.
It's hard. It's delicate. You don't want to you don't want to come out and just be like, hey man, you're dirty. Your house is dirty. I don't like dirt.
Clean up your act.
Clean your shit. But how do you just go like, man, I think maybe you should do some spring cleaning. You should get rid of all your old shit, clean up. Maybe that kind of a thing. But it never lasts. I had a friend like Gary. He lived in Phil's. And he would clean his house once a year. And it was nice for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Taco Bell wrappers start piling up. And then plates of food just stacking like the Leaning Tower of Pisa boxes.
Right.
And then he had pets, and he would just let them shit and piss wherever and not clean it up.
Yeah, Gary.
And that's
Gary
how you get pink eye.
2 big dogs. And Gary, so this is when I was he was younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And he lived with his mom, but his mom, have you ever seen when a wide load is coming down the highway? This isn't a mama joke, but when a wide load, if they're moving equipment or a trailer home or something, the person out front in the truck that has the yellow lights on it. I forgot what they call that, but the escort.
Mm-hmm.
She drove those kind of trucks. So she was never home. She'd be gone for days and weeks at a time and then come home for a few days, go back out on the road. And so Gary's house was just the fun zone. This was in the earlier days of the internet. I mean, he was one of the first people I knew that had high speed internet, and he had a gaming computer, and we'd play the old Call of Duties, back when they were, again, not a joke.
I know.
When they were first coming out. But he had these 2 large dogs. I forget what kind of dogs. I want to say they were Great Danes, but let's just say they were Great Danes. Gary and his Great Danes, and they would shit in the house.
It's so gross.
And he would just leave it. So when you're walking through his living room, to get to the computer or whatever, it'd be like walking through a field of landmines where you couldn't step on the poop. And I thought, I've had dogs. I've always had a dog pretty much. My dog has a little mishap and she, pinches a loaf in the living room. You pick it up, you grab the pine saw, you take a big sniff, you clean it up. You throw the shit in the toilet or out in the backyard or whatever. How far does it have to go to where you go, you know what?
Just going to leave it.
You win. Just shit as you please.
Yeah. Eventually, I mean, I've had a dog doo-doo in the house and I was too fucking stoned to deal with it. It's I'll deal with that tomorrow when I'm not super fucking stoned. But then you pick it up. The next time you just do it. You gotta clean that shit up.
Yeah, when I had a puppy years ago in a little apartment, sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night to take that long walk to the bathroom or, go to the kitchen and grab something to drink real quick. And I might see a turd laying there in the hallway and I'd be like, I'll get it in the morning. But how far does it have to go to where you're just just go ahead and just do that.
Just do that.
Forever.
All the time. Never gonna clean it up.
And I'll tell you this, guys. Doesn't smell good.
Poop doesn't smell good?
Yeah.
That's weird.
This just in. A house full of dog shit smells like a house full of dog shit.
And here's the thing with dog shit, too. Dog shit smell, if you leave it, it has stages of scent. The immediate out of the butt just smells like shit.
Right.
Give it a few hours and it starts to smell acidic.
And it starts drying out.
You're going to get that white crust.
I remember we'd be walking through Gary's house and we'd be walking from the living room back to the kitchen and he would just nonchalantly just kind of kick the shit out of the way like it was a hockey puck laying on the ground. It's I'm going to move this so you don't trip on it. Here, click, just kick it over to the side.
Or get some fucking paper towels and pick up this dog shit. How hard is it?
Well, it was very hard because it was very dry.
Or you do the thing where you take like a Target, like a plastic bag.
Oh, yeah.
And use it as a glove.
Yep.
And you go pick up stuff and you unfold it back out. There you go.
Yeah, you turn it inside out, you tie a knot in that joker.
Toss it in the
you-
garbage.
David and Goliath sling it into the garbage can.
You see how it looks to David and Goliath, throw it at your buddy, give him pink eye.
Ugh, it was terrible. I don't know. Not everybody has to be the cleanest person in the world, but there is a line. Like, I used to be addicted to that show, Hoarders.
Mm-hmm.
I think I watched it because I enjoyed the joy of knowing that I wasn't like that. And I've never been a messy guy, but when I was younger, I was a little less tidy than I am now. I don't know if it's the mental illness or what creeping in as I get older, but I feel like the older I get, the more I am like particular about my things. And like,
Right.
I mean, I have a lot of stuff in my house, but there's nothing like, it's not filth. It's just like hobbies.
Stuff.
It's just hobbies, like strewn about like the dog shit in Gary's
But here's the
living room.
thing, is that I'm sure if you talk to a hoarder, they think all of their stuff is just hobby stuff too.
Dog shit is a hobby?
Well, not dog shit, but like people have like newspapers, stacks of newspapers. Like, Grandma, throw out these goddamn newspapers, which I collect them. You collect old news? It's all. I have all the old news on my phone. It's all right there.
I got every bit of news I'd ever need. My grandmother, God rest her sweet soul, was like that. She grew up through the Great Depression. So she had this mentality to save everything. Like if you had a string hanging off of your sweatshirt and you pulled it and it was like, good sized piece of string, 4 or 5 inches.
Can you reuse that?
She would save string. She would save every piece of junk mail that she got for something to write on. So she'd have like, like your classic like pizza flyer that they stick like in your door, like your screen doorknob there. She would save those and have it over by the phone. And around the edges where there was no print, she would write stuff. And she would save that. And I was just like,
I mean, that's economical,
it's hard to read.
You're not wasting, but you look like a fucking crazy person.
I don't know.
Did she save pizza boxes and stuff too?
I don't remember that so much, but yeah, newspapers.
Do you think, is that part of what, like, your grandma, my mom does it too. They'll save plastic tubs. Like if you get like sour cream from the store,
Cool
if it
Whip,
has a
baby.
lid, Cool Whip.
Yeah.
When you're done with it, you rinse that joker out, put that lid back on there, and you can put buttons, you can put nails and screws or whatever.
The buttons and sewing things go in the Christmas cookie tin.
Yes.
The whatever those kind of cookies are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the giant butter, like the country crock or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then like that's like my grandma's go-to for like soups and shit. Like I mean, I brought some home I think it was like a month or so ago. Like my grandmother had made like chicken and dumplings. And she has
From scratch, bro.
Yeah. She has
Good shit.
so many of those like country crock like containers. And it's just like, why would you throw those away? Because instead of having to, go buy Tupperware or something like that, you already paid for Tupperware and your fucking fake butter when it's
Well, that country, if you threw that out, that country crock plastic is going to sit in a landfill for years and years and years.
I can see saving that kind of stuff. I'm guilty of that. And, Joe Tupperware, head of the Tupperware industry, making a killing on cheap-ass Tupperware that just cracks. Like you microwave it.
But it's not supposed to. That's the thing about Tupperware. The reason my mom was a Tupperware lady for years and years and years.
Well, that's the good shit. I'm using the generic term.
Oh, well, Tupperware, their whole thing was it was supposed to be indestructible and last forever. It's the plastic of the future.
But that's that good, thick stuff that you still see at like thrift stores every now and then that has like the weird ridge top that you press the middle down and it like vacuum seals it.
Yeah, shit's tight.
I've eaten out of a country crock bowl many times. I'd like to know like how many sad dad meals that I've eaten out of a butter tub in my life. Like a lot.
Like a mac and cheese out of a butter tub.
Like mac and cheese with hot dogs in it.
So that's what the mom gets. The dad gets the coffee tin that he puts like nails in. Like loose nails.
Oh yeah. It's like an old Cane's, like a vintage Cane's in the garage.
My dad had one in the garage. Yeah, it was a Cane's and it had like oil stains and shit on it. But you look inside, you don't know what's in there.
Oh no, tetanus.
Yeah, like you reach. Well, Dad, I see a nail. I see a bunch of nails. I see many different sizes of screws. How do you just gonna just? It's a fun grab bag. What you get is what you get.
Like, Dad, what am I gonna do with 3 screws?
Right.
You know, and I know it's a sign of the times. I know things change and everything's disposable now. But like, I'm a homeowner. If I need some screws, I go buy a pack of screws.
I'm gonna go to Ace Hardware. I did that the other day.
They're like $3.
They're cheaper than that if you go to the bulk section.
Yeah.
You buy them loose. They're like 5 cents a piece.
When I've never in my life rooted through my dad's bucket of bolts and been like, yes, the perfect one. I'm so glad I put my hand in this
Bucket
mystery
of bolts.
pit.
Because it's never gonna be the right size. It's gonna be like a quarter of an inch too not wide enough, so it's not gonna go in the hole. Like, just put them in. Toss these jokers out. Go to the goddamn store, and they sell them in like a bin where they're all in a row. Like, I have one of those, like, you know, it's this size here, and they're all in
segmented,
segmented out.
Yes,
and it looks like the thing you keep your little minis in, your miniatures.
Gotta keep them separated.
You do got to keep them separated.
So, guys, it's a new year.
It is.
It's 2019. I stayed up with the old lady last night, and we made it to midnight. You know, I was talking to Dylan before the show.
Mm-hmm.
How many years, you know, I would throw a New Year's Eve party or go to a bar or go to a party or go to a show or something. And, you know, there was just something really nice about not feeling any pressure to do any of that this year.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, my first instinct was, I'm not even going to stay up. Who cares? You know, I'm off work today. That's cool. But really no reason to ring in the new year. I can ring it in when I wake up.
Yeah.
It's still ringable.
Well, it's a man-made thing. You know, it's another day. We made calendars.
It's amateur night, man.
Yeah,
that's the other reason.
It's the worst. I bartended last night. I bartend every New Year's, and dude, it was surprisingly the people were not shitty.
No fights.
No fights.
Really?
No throw up. No dickheads.
No pink eye.
No pink eye. It was good. It was a good night. We got. I got real drunk on champagne. Which is the funnest drunk, worst hangover.
Dude, a champagne hangover is god awful. It might be the only thing worse than pink eye.
Yeah.
That's my new pop record that's going to come out later this year.
Champagne hangover?
Yeah.
I like it.
It's going to be good.
Sounds like a country pop record.
I enjoy a glass of champagne. I think that first glass, like if you're doing a toast and you have a little bit of it, it's a tasty drink.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's I don't know, it's bubbly. It tastes good.
It's sugar. It's a bubbly sugar water with booze.
Yeah. But you know, I've drank like a whole bottle of it before, and you get deep into that champagne bottle.
Dude, I was holding a bottle of champagne and just drinking out of it.
Cooks?
Andre.
Oh. Dry?
Brute.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Were you feeling it this morning?
Oh boy.
So set the scene. Tell me what went down last night.
Well, it was a lovely spread of food for free for people. So, you know, I kept walking by, and you know, whenever there's like a buffet table out with like free food, you do that thing. I'm all right, but you just keep going by and you start grabbing one thing, not a plate. I don't need a plate.
No,
you just get a handful of cheese cubes. You go back later. I'm gonna have a couple of these little crackers here.
What I do is I bring a butter tub
and just fill it up.
And I just fill it up and I just eat out of that butter tub all night.
I'm going to do that next time. We should go to the feast down the street here and just show up with country crock butter tubs and just start going through the buffet line. Just put shit in there. How long before they kick us the fuck out?
Oh, God. Not long.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people. Apparently it was like one of the busiest nights.
We made the most money in speakeasy history, which is crazy.
And there was a dance party?
Dance party, playing 90s and early 2000s hits all night. We were at max capacity at 10 o'clock.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And we stayed at max capacity until it was 1 in, 1 out.
Okay, that's my question. That was going to be another question for you was, on a night like last night, working at a bar, gets real busy. After the new year has officially been rung in, do people leave? Like, was there an exodus at like 12:15 after everybody got their tabs, or did people stay till closing time?
There was a distinct, decline in attendance, like around 12:30, people going elsewhere. I mean, it was still pretty fucking bumping though. But you can definitely tell people were over drinking. Like they were like, I'm fucking wasted. Gotta just give me my tab. So we're not serving as many people, but they're still dancing, having a good time.
Right.
And that's when, you pop your bottle of champagne, you cheers, and like, I'm just going to hold on to this. I'm going to like take a swig of it, put it back, I'm going to make some drinks.
Just nursing a bottle of champagne as the night goes on.
Dude, it was so good. And then we did our own little dance party after we closed. We went upstairs, turned on a fog machine, which is apparently dangerous, breathing that shit in. Like,
it smells so good, though. I love the way a fog machine smells.
I woke up, my lungs just felt like I'd smoked a pack of Camels. I smoked a cigarette last night. That's how drunk I was. And by smoke a cigarette, I mean I lit it and I go, yeah, it's good. But it was nostalgic. I think having like one puff, it took me back to being like, in my early 20s and smoking cigarettes at the bar with my friends.
Did you ever, when you were young, did you ever share a cigarette with a friend?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was like, that was so common. Just like, you'd maybe find a cigarette, like a friend of mine and I, we would like steal a cigarette or two from his dad.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd like sneak out at night. He had a trampoline in his backyard, which, again, trampolines are nothing but trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You get a trampoline, your kids are going to be smoking on it.
Mm-hmm.
They might be fucking on it. They're at least pawing around on each other. I mean, me and my friend weren't. We're not.
Right.
No, never.
I've done my fair share of a trampoline makeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing when you're an adult, a responsible adult.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd steal a couple of Durals from his dad.
That was my first cigarette.
Yeah.
Durals.
And but those Durals, those two Durals,
mm-hmm.
like two little drumsticks of happiness, that we'd ration them out over the night. So when his parents went to bed, we'd be playing like PlayStation 1,
mm-hmm.
some Twisted Metal or something, and we'd sneak out the back door, go sit on the trampoline, and we'd share like half of a cigarette, and then we'd snipe it,
mm-hmm.
go back inside, play a little bit more. Hey, you want to go back outside? Yeah, let's go back outside. Light that little snipe up again, pass it back like it was a joint or something.
Well, it's like what is in cigarettes that people are addicted to? Nicotine.
Oh, that's it.
You get that nicotine buzz like immediately. And when you're like 17, like that's a drug. I mean, it is a drug.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, it feels so good. And that's why people keep smoking, because they're chasing the dragon of, I want that buzz.
Yeah.
But it's harder to get.
Well, we would be like eating junk food and like drinking sodas and like, yeah, when you're like 14, 15 years old and you take a draw of a nice Doral 100 for the first time,
yeah.
Those long boys,
mm-hmm.
You take a drag of that and you're just like, whoo, you get like lightheaded.
Mm-hmm.
You really, like you can almost feel the nicotine like surging through your veins.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd ration those two cigarettes out over the night. And it was this beautiful bonding experience.
Yeah.
I don't know, but looking back, man, like I can't sig it up, dude.
Mm-mm.
I can't sig it up. I quit. I was never a heavy smoker, but I did smoke socially for a long time, and I quit probably, I don't know, 2 years ago
mm-hmm.
or so. And like just quit, like I didn't smoke a lot before then, but like I was just like, I'm not going to mess with this anymore.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy a pack. I'm not going to.
And man, there has been like once or twice where I got pretty drunk and I was like, man, fuck it. I'm going to have a cigarette for old time's sake. And you light it up, you smell it, like you smell the cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh man, that tobacco smells good. It feels good betwixt your fingers and on your lips. You light it, and about a third of the way through, I'm just like, how did I ever start doing this?
Right?
This is the grossest thing.
I had that thought the other day. I was actually talking to my wife about my mom as a smoker. She didn't start smoking until she was in her like late 40s. I'm like, how do you start then?
Yeah.
Like, big tobacco can say whatever the fuck they want. They target kids. They want you young because that's when you're stupid enough to smoke fucking cigarettes. Like, I'm not saying my mom is stupid.
Who starts smoking in their 40s?
I don't know. But I was thinking, like, what made me start smoking? It was to look cool.
Right. Well,
Like,
it was to fit in. It was like, yeah, we're gonna go see a show. We're gonna go stand outside and smoke and laugh and joke around. It was a very communal.
And everybody smoked. Like, you go to a house party, like you're 22, everybody fucking smokes.
Everybody was out back smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. Sometimes smoking in the house.
Yeah. And now I don't think any of those friends smoke anymore.
Isn't it weird in these changing times in 2019, first day of the year, the idea of smoking in a house just seems so foreign, right?
It's gross, dude. It's trashy. If you smoke in your house, it's fucking trashy.
It's yeah. I when I first moved to Oklahoma City, we had an apartment, me and my friend Cameron, and I've never bought a pack of cigarettes. Like I've bought like Bugler tobacco to like roll my own from time to time.
Man, that's cool.
But Cameron would smoke in the house, and from time to time, like I would roll spliffs in the house, and yeah, our apartment just smelled like cigarettes, cigarettes, and then like heavy weed,
right?
To mask the cigarettes.
Yeah,
and stale beer.
No, not really. I mean, like we didn't really buy a beer; we just bought liquor, and it didn't really last long in the house. Like if we bought a bottle, it was not there the next day because we would always throw parties at our apartment because I was in a band when I first moved up here, and like everyone that was in the band, we all hung out like we were all friends from like when we lived in Tulsa. So we'd play shows like your classic playing way too many shows. We'd play one almost every fucking weekend,
Right.
And then we would have parties every single time. Like I would be like, hey, everyone come to my apartment. Like we will have weed and we will have beer and like liquor.
Plenty of butter bowls.
Yeah, plenty of butter
Tons
bowls.
of country
butter
crock
bowls.
filled with stuff.
No food though.
Right.
Just butter bowls.
Just empty bowls.
BYOB, bring your own butter bowl.
Yeah. And yeah, we would just have like a shitload of people just chain smoking cigarettes and weed.
Well, that's what,
apartment.
I mean, that's what that time of your life, I think, is for. Like, all you want to do is party, and it's not to get fucking wasted. It's the communal, like, familial thing. Like, when you're in your late teens, early 20s, you don't live with your parents, so you don't have that sense of family, so you create your own family with this, like, group, and all you want to do is just spend time with them. So, yeah, after a show, it's like, come over.
Keep it going.
Keep it going. Let's just smoke cigarettes inside like a bunch of heathens.
Yeah.
Let's drink a bunch of Keystones.
Slap the bag.
Slap a bag of wine.
Did you guys do that? Did you slap the bag?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever slapped a bag.
Yeah.
I've partaken from the bag.
Yeah.
I've never slapped. What is slapping the bag?
It's dumb. It's dumb as fuck, really, when you think about it. It's like,
you pull the bag out.
Cheap box wine, because it's all cheap, because it's box wine. And yeah, you take the bag out, and everyone sits in a circle, and you slap the bag, and then you just open the spout and drink until you can't.
Now, are you holding it like above your head?
Yeah, you're basically like you're beer bonging bagged wine.
Yeah.
That sounds like a hangover.
We would buy, well, not when you're...
That's
when
true.
You're 19.
Yeah, when you're young, you don't get hangovers.
Not when you're 19, 20, and like, yeah, we just would have boxes and boxes of box wine. And we just had the, instead of like your classic dude who keeps his fucking Jaeger bottles above
the fridge or
I was
on
thinking
the
about
mantle
that.
in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
no, we just had boxes of, what is it, Vernets or whatever? What is it called?
Franzia?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. No, it's like there's always that dude, and it's a party house. So it's like 7 dudes living in a 3-bedroom house. And yeah, they put like the empty bottles along the thing in the kitchen.
Classy move.
Classy move. Good. Or the empty like bottles on top of the fridge. But I need everyone to know that I party.
That I drank all of that Sky vodka. All right.
But you don't have a proper bar. Like I have a cool vintage bar cart in my house, and I've got nice glassware on it, but no booze on it.
Like, can't keep it around, dude.
I always say, I'm going to stock it up. I'm going to have like a nice little bar. No, because you buy a bottle of something, and it's gone before you know it.
Yeah, because you're like, on your way home from work, you're allotting. You're like, all right, I have that half a bottle of McCormick's. Okay, I've got some Crystal Light in the fridge. Check. Okay, I can have 3 of those. I think there's enough for 3 drinks. When I get home, I'm going to have 3 of those. I'm going to pass out. And then the next day, I'm going to go get another box of vodka or whatever it comes in.
My thing is like wine. I've been on this wine kick lately. And every time I go to the liquor store, I'm thinking frugally, like, I could just buy this giant fucking bottle of wine for like $12. But that's kind of... I look down on it for some reason. Like, I'm going to buy a bottle of fucking barefoot. So I get like a nice bottle of like $20 wine that I'm going to kill in one night.
Yeah, either way, you're drinking it all, dude.
Yeah, it's going.
Might as well get the, what is it, Apothic Red. That's my wine of
Oh,
choice.
is it good?
Yeah, it's all right. It's like $8.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's definitely not bad.
Does the trick.
There's two that you get, right? There's the Apothic one, and then there's another one that's like the same brand,
Mhm.
but it's like
There's Apothic Red, if I'm feeling in the mood for some red. And then there's the Apothic Crush,
yeah,
which is like half red,
Like a Zinfandel?
half white.
Mhm.
yeah.
It's like a mix. It's
Yeah.
a blend, if you will.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Speaking of drinking, Kate and I stayed up to ring in the new year last night. And it dawned on me at like 11. I was like, we're going to stay up. I was like, I have a beer.
Beer.
One beer.
Hey, I've got one beer left in the fridge.
Well, I didn't want to be hungover today. We're
Sure.
off work. I was
Mhm.
like, as you get older, you get these hangovers that are just
They're the worst.
terrible.
The worst.
And I thought, you know what? I do have one tall boy in the fridge. So at like 11:15, I cracked that bad boy, and I was just sitting there drinking it, having a good time. And then I was like, wait a minute. I think there's one Anthem left in the podcast fridge, the podcast room fridge. So after I finished my tall boy, I came in here, and lo and behold, there was a lone Arjuna standing monolithically in the middle of the
Just
fridge.
waiting for you.
Yep. And I thought it was going to be an Ouroboros, and I was just like, it wasn't.
Yeah, you were
Much-
lucked out.
Much to my surprise, I walked in here in the dark, didn't turn any lights on. I just like reached for the beer, and I walked back into the living room. I looked down, I was like, score! Yes! So I had 2 beers last night,
Yeah.
a whopping 2 beers. But by the end of that second beer, I was
Got
like,
a nice
you know what?
buzz, right?
Well, that was the perfect amount of beer for not having a hangover and just feeling that little turn in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Not like, oh, I'm fucking wasted, but just like, took the edge off.
Dude, I love that. Like, I drink almost every night, but not like a bunch. I'll have like a beer or a glass of wine or 2. Like, it's either 1 or 2 beers or glasses of wine. Because it takes you that turn of like, I feel good.
Isn't that so strange, though? Like,
No.
you can take something, open it, take a drink of it, and then X many drinks later, you're like, weird. It works. It still works.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, because you're not like, addicted. Like, it's not, you haven't done it so much that your brain doesn't click, doesn't turn. It doesn't take like a 24 pack to fucking make that turn. God, that would suck.
I just feel like I'm a lightweight with everything. Like, I never got into pills. I've never done cocaine in my life. I've fucked around with some psychedelics in my life, but it's like, whether it's weed or beer or really anything, even a cigarette. Like, I've always felt like a cigarette lightweight.
Oh,
Like,
dude, for sure.
I couldn't just be like sucking down the Cowboy Killers, I'd get like some Camel Lights or something, and I'd smoke half of one and be like, I'm good for a while.
Dude, I would buy a pack and it would last me like a week. And that's with going out every night. I only smoke like 2 or 3 cigarettes a night, but like, we've all got friends who are just like, they finish one, and as soon as they finish it, they pull another one out. Or they fuck. I was going to say it, but it sounds racist. Is it racist?
Good question. But you'd monkey fuck it.
Yeah.
And I heard that in junior high, like
Yeah.
when I had my first cigarette with my friend, the Doral 100.
Uh-huh.
He said that.
Yeah, when you light it with the...
Yeah, we finished off the first cigarette, and before you do that cool thing where you'd hold the cigarette and you'd flick it to get the cherry
and
off.
that spark, yeah.
He'd be like, no, man, don't put that out, because we had like matches, He's like, man, here, I'm gonna monkey fuck it. And I was like, what?
Yeah, right?
Monkey fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man, that's where you like light a cigarette with another cigarette. And I've thought about this. Is there any other term for that? Is it called like jump starting or like?
That's a good name for it.
Yeah.
I know. I always heard monk. And I think it's one of those things that you do that there's got to be another term. Like, it's a regional dialect thing. Like, maybe up in Chicago they call it something else, but no, everyone calls it monkey fucking.
It's such a weird, like, where did that come from?
Right?
Monkey fucking.
Who was the first person to say that?
Yeah.
And then his friends go, what the fuck is wrong with you, Carl?
Yeah. Oh, Carl invented monkey fucking. Great.
Let's see what Urban Dictionary here has to say about it.
Whoa.
Oh.
An adjective used to refer to a person, usually male, who will have sex with any woman.
Well,
That is not the monkey fucking I grew up
is that the
with.
only thing on there?
Oh,
There
we
you
go.
go.
There we go. when you are smoking a cigarette and you light the second cigarette with the first. Dave enjoys monkey fucking outside of his dorm.
Weird.
I've never used it like that.
It's like chain smoking, yeah. Attempting to fuck while wearing clothes.
Alyssa and Chad were monkey fucking in the bedroom because they were scared about getting caught.
With their clothes off when Alyssa's mom showed up. That's too long of a sentence.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done that. I've had sex with clothes on. It's not fun.
Okay, I have heard that.
What?
Getting multiple people working on a problem that is not worth their collective time. Oh, great. And now he's got half the office monkey fucking the simple configuration issue.
I've heard monkey fucking around, yeah.
And it was in the movie Days of Thunder when they're I think it was, what was his name? Cole Trickle, I think, and the guy that Tom Cruise played or whatever.
I haven't seen Days of Thunder in probably 20-something years.
I loved that movie when I was a kid. My grandma had it on VHS, and I watched the monkey fuck out of it. I loved that movie.
Last one.
Okay.
A sexual position involving a large woman and 2 5-gallon buckets. The woman assumes a position where her asshole is pointed so that the best angle to fuck her is straight down, at which point you climb upon the 2 buckets and then proceed to fuck her in a vertical motion with your penis at a dick-bending 180-degree angle. Most importantly...
Oh, don't forget.
Most importantly, you must then smack her ass cheeks with both hands with every successive thrust, giving you the appearance of a monkey hopping up and down with flailing arms. Noises are optional, but always appreciated. Call up your mom and tell your friend Bussy to bring some buckets. We're going to we are gonna do some monkey fucking tonight.
But look who it's by.
Phil Anselmo.
Yeah, of Pantera fame. That's good. That was their favorite. That was my favorite album of theirs.
Monkey fucking?
Mm-hmm.
Great record.
This is so weird. It's so weird because it feels like it's going to be racist, and then all of these
not at all.
were not in the least.
I used to do a variant of that, but I would stand on 2 butter tubs and just slap the sides and ride the wave in. You know,
they'd always break though.
Yeah, they would.
Just collapse.
Yeah. You're walking around with butter tubs on your feet like Kevin from The Office.
Did you ever do that when you were a kid? You would take a Coke can, empty Coke can on its side, and you would step on it and have like Coke can shoes?
And then, the sides of the Coke can would like grip your shoes.
Yeah.
And then you like crunch, crunch, crunch when you walk around.
That was so fun.
Oh, so fun, dude. You did like to wear garbage, though.
I was a garbage kid. I found a picture at my mom's house of me wearing I got this hoodie on. And on the zipper of the hoodie, the YKK part, I decided to adorn that thing with gum wrappers. I don't remember ever doing that, but there's photographic evidence of me with like 6 of like the Wrigley spearmint foil wrapped up in like, I don't know what, but through the holes of the zipper. Like, what the fuck was my problem?
Dude, I don't know, but this has come up on the show several times of you wearing trash, and I'm just imagining a young Joshua Jack with like dreadlocks made out of twist ties, like bread ties. Or, those like plastic, because they bailed on the twist tie into those little plastic tabs.
Yeah.
And I've definitely used one of those as a guitar pick in a pinch before.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I could imagine you like wearing those all over your body like chainmail or something.
Yeah, I don't. I wasn't a poor kid. I grew up in a nice house. I had clothes.
You were privileged.
I was a privileged white young male. But for some I thought garbage was punk, so I put it on my body.
Could you send me a picture of you as a kid? Let me finish. And I want Mike Allen, if you're listening to this episode, I will give you money if you would draw a picture of Josh as like a trash superhero, like a trash kid, like, Robin, but, your pants are, a Walmart trash bag.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be cool.
I mean, I didn't do that.
I know, but that's what cartoons are for.
It was mostly like
to expound on the norm.
True.
Yeah.
I was more of like a garbage accoutrement, like accessories, garbage accessories.
Make it fancy now.
Well, I know, fancying up with these French words over here. I know that in my house, there was not a single pull chain on a ceiling fan in my house
because bracelet.
Them bad boys were wrapped around the wrist or perhaps the neck.
Yeah, I had a buddy who he used guitar strings and made. Chris Marvin, if you're listening,
I remember.
And he did one that was cool. It was a bass string, and he made it a necklace, like a choker. It actually looked kind of cool.
So dangerous though.
Yeah, and
so
rusts. Yeah, rusty.
I see you like wearing like a Cane's cup or a Cane's tub,
country crock butter tub on my head.
It like fits over your eyes, but you have it cut open so you can. It's like a helmet.
Like Mushmouth.
I'm Butter Boy.
Wear that when you're monkey fucking on the trampoline. Good stuff. So we took a long break.
We did
2 weeks off, I believe.
Well, you got those holidays back to back,
and it's nice. You know, it felt really good to kind of just like reset, let it breathe for a bit. And we're back, so I just wanted to do a little catch up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
How you guys are feeling? How was your Christmas? How are things, man? How's your life, Josh?
Christmas was Christmas. We did a new thing this year. We talked about, I think the last episode, on the Christmas episode, we talked about Christmas traditions and what you do for your Christmas dinner or whatever. This year we did it. We went to my sister's for the first time, and it didn't feel new. It felt like the same old Christmas.
Like a tradition should.
It felt like a traditional Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I made some mulled wine in a crock pot. I was very proud of it. Took it over to my sister's house, plugged that crock pot into the thing. And as soon as it got nice and toasty, made myself a little... My sister used to live in Germany, and she had these like ceramic German, like they're made for mulled wine. They're like boots.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my sister had a few of those. And I got nice, just that nice turn. At a family Christmas. It was great. It was great meal. A lot of leftovers. You know, you have to empty your fridge out of your other leftovers, but these leftovers that I'm just going to go throw in the garbage tonight.
You got to make room for those butter tubs, man.
Oh, so many butter tubs of like rolls. Butter tubs are really good for stuffing leftovers.
Oh, yeah.
You just fill that to the brim.
Oh, yeah. Brimming with stuffing. So good.
That was my Christmas. It was good.
Yeah, I did like my family. And then we went to Kate's parents, and then we went to her grandparents. So I had 3 Christmas get-togethers.
How exhausted were you?
Dude, I was tired.
Yeah.
Like, because driving that far, which, you know, it's like an hour and a half away. So driving, boom, driving a little bit, boom, driving all the way back, boom, back to work the next day, boom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just
You feel
bombastic.
like you're always in a car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was in a car all day and just full. Like, I was just full because like we ate a lot at my dad's. I was just full for 2 days straight. Like I forgot what it was like to be hungry for a couple of days.
I'm vegetarian, so like I'm full on like carbs, like just sides and stuffing and deviled eggs. I couldn't imagine throwing meat because like Christmas is like Christmas dinner and like Thanksgiving dinner. Those are the times when you just like overindulge in meat consumption.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like it's just sitting there.
Yeah,
and you have the weirdest shits. I'm sure.
Well, yeah.
How was your holiday?
It was good. We started a new tradition, I think like 2 years ago after my mom and dad's house burned down, where we go and have Christmas with them first. Like, and so, but it's just me and my mom, dad, my 2 brothers and their wives, and we all like hang out and exchange gifts and like watch movies and stuff like that. I think we had like, what movie? What were we watching? I don't know. Oh, Home Alone. That's right.
Good one. Good choice.
Yeah, we were watching Home Alone. Me and my little brothers are kind of terrible with Christmas because like we don't want to give each other gifts we don't like. So, me and my little brother, my youngest brother Chase, went to the mall because I hadn't had time to go get his gift. But oh no, I'm sorry, he hadn't had time to get my gift.
Yeah, you got the gift.
Yeah, I got him a gift, but he needed to get me something. So he wanted to go to the mall with me. So we went to the mall. I picked out some gifts for myself, and went back to my mom and dad's house. My mom had made a gnarly ass lasagna, which was super good.
That sounds so. When you mentioned that to me off the air,
yeah,
a Christmas lasagna.
That sounds awesome.
Sounds fantastic. And is it a stretch to maybe think that might be a tradition for certain people?
Lasagna?
Like a Christmas lasagna?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound super foreign to my brain.
No.
I mean, for us it is.
Yeah.
Like my mom has made one every single year. She asks everybody what we want for dinner, and
Say-
we're like lasagna.
Some nya,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Hit me with the Christmas nya.
Yeah,
That shit we eat every year?
yeah.
Do that shit again.
Do that shit again. And my little brother Wesley, my little brother's wife, she is like gluten intolerant. So my mom actually makes 2 lasagnas. She makes one for everyone, and then she makes a little smaller one for Wesley's wife, which is super sweet.
Very nice.
But
Do you
yeah,
ever, do you ever dip into that one?
I do. It's
Yeah.
super good.
Yeah, I would try
it's
it.
so good.
For sure.
But and then it just kind of turns into like, my brother's wives and my mom like talking and hanging out, and then me and my little brother's like playing PlayStation. But it sucks though, because like that night I hung out and I stayed up really late with them, and then I had to work that next morning. I think at like it was like 9 or 10, just to drive back the next day. But you know, it's fine. You do what you do. But
Just farting. And I would just imagine like all that nya just
oh, dude,
swimming around in my belly.
that's not even. Oh, I completely forgot. I told you about this, Robbie. I don't know if I told you about it, Josh. My mom and dad got all of us like sodas from Pops, like just like weird little. I got a Jimi Hendrix root beer, which isn't a thing, but there was 2 sodas that were abnormal. One of them was a mustard flavored soda.
What?
And then the other one was ranch flavored soda.
That sounds so gross. Was it? I'm imagining you pouring it out, and it just looks. It's viscous like ranch. Just
No, it looks like cum in a bottle.
Josh, your mouth's watering.
I know.
The mustard one, super gross. Just tastes like vinegar, and I thought it might be a little bit better. I like mustard. And then my little brother dared me he bet me $20 that I wouldn't drink an entire like that whole soda.
No,
of
we talking
ranch.
like your classic glass
The
bottle,
12
like a
ounce
12
glass
ounce
bottle,
bottle.
Yeah, and I chugged that thing, and it was the worst thing I've ever had in my mouth. It was so gross, and it was like stuck in my sinuses, so I couldn't like.
So you're just smelling it, breathing it.
Yeah, it was so bad, and I
That's
would
gross.
like I drank like Coca-Cola to try and like
Mask it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it got it out of my mouth, but it was still like
Still in those
my
pathogens?
sinuses, dude. It
Ugh.
was fucking nasty.
Speaking of farting and holidays, I had a little new holiday tradition. I want to say I was wrapping presents, but my wife was wrapping presents, and I was watching, and felt the fart coming on. So I was like, yeah, little toot out.
One of those holiday farts.
It was it came with a gift. It came with a gift. Have you ever shit your pants?
Yes. A short answer, yes.
I was standing in the kitchen, over the sink, like washing a cup, and like the little you toot, lift your leg, toot, and I just you feel it come because when you're in the standing position, you're not used to shit coming out of your ass, so it feels weird, but you know it's shit.
Yeah, it feels like you're sitting on a golf ball. You know what I mean? Like,
So imagine, okay, so Diana's in the living room wrapping presents on the floor, and it happens, and I just go, yep.
which is a fucking dad thing. You just sounded just like your dad.
Yep. And then, so I have to walk from the kitchen to the bathroom. So you do that thing where you pinch and you just like kind of waddle.
You duck walking.
And I duck walk right past Diana into the bathroom and take my clothes off. Clean myself, and then this is like 3 p.m.
Oh,
And
the
I
worst time.
I was like, I gotta get in the shower. This isn't good. So you wipe, you clean up, and it was so bad that I did go for the left hand to get that left cheek get smeared. It was so bad.
No, was this a full-on shit?
No, because
You
I
sharded.
sharded.
Okay.
But it was very smeary. So I hopped in the shower, and I get out of the shower, I go to the bedroom, put on some clothes, and I go back to the living room, and I sit on the couch. I'm just like sitting there, and Diana goes, "Did you take a shower?" Like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
You're right.
She goes, "Did you shit your pants?" Like, yeah.
And you know what? Now, every Christmas from here on out,
I got to shit my pants.
comes with a gift. Diana's going to remember that you shit your pants on Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, next year she's gonna be like, "Hey, don't shit your pants."
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to wrap some gifts. Did you want to come over here and shit your pants? Keeping the tradition alive.
Oh, it was awful. And then I wasn't embarrassed. I was like, oh, I mean, this happens. It happens. As much as people joke about sharding, people talk about it because it happens.
Yeah,
everyone does.
Shit happens. I haven't shit my pants in a long, long time.
It was
but I have shit my pants. You've shit your pants, right?
I've not shit my pants.
You've never like sick shit your pants?
No.
Oh man.
Well, you're still a young boy. Give it time. That anus will start just.
Your anal lips start sagging a bit.
Yeah. It's like
a while.
It's like the elastic in some old underwear. It just starts to get.
It starts looking like the edge of a lasagna. You know,
like a worn out shirt.
What?
I've got close, but like, I don't know, man. I've never. No, I've not. But
have you had the fear of it? Like, have you ever farted and been like, "There's matter in there"?
I do. There was one time, I want to say, man, it was recently that I like ran to my room, or not my room, my bathroom. I don't shit in my room, but dude, it was just like I was so
the
scared.
dog shits. All right.
Yeah, it was scary. Just like, dude, I can't shit my pants. I cannot shit on myself. No,
man. There's something though, like, because you know, I've done it a million times where you. I'm trying this new thing with. Well, it's not new anymore, but this thing with Kate. So I think
shit play.
Well, explains the pink eye, right?
Oh.
No, I think in hindsight, no pun intended.
You mean hindsight?
In hindsight, I think that possibly something that went wrong in my previous marriage was that I farted in front of my wife all the time. Like, so much to the point where I would like, if I was back here working on something and I had to fart, I'd run in there and like put on a little show. Like, like, ta-da! Well, you know, Kate and I have been together for 1.5 years now, almost 2 at this point. And I'm doing my best to not fart in front of her.
You're prolonging the magic. But
yes,
you're gonna eventually.
And I have.
Yeah.
I was hitting my medicine the other day. And I took a big puff of my medicine, and I coughed really hard. There's something about those vape pens. You know, I can rip a joint and not cough, but if I hit one of those vape pens, even if I take a small dose of my medicine,
of your medicine,
I
as prescribed,
literally, finally, they make me cough like crazy, like even the tiniest little tutor on it. Because they itch my throat for some reason. So I took a big rip of this and exhaled and was just like, I just couldn't help it. But yeah, so I'm trying on purpose not to fart on purpose in front of her.
I fart in front of my wife a bit.
There's nothing wrong with that.
She farts in front of me.
I'm not fart shaming.
But it just happens. And I don't make a show of it. If it's silent, I'm not going to tell her.
No, you sneak off to the bathroom and take a shower.
And then she'll smell it, and she'll always go, "Charlie." I'm like, "Yeah, Charlie." Farting? It was me. Me and my dog's fart smell almost identical.
I'll tell you this much.
They say that about your dog, right? You look like it, and then your farts start to smell like it.
Yeah. I fart in front of her daughter all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she has a bunk bed, and underneath the bunk bed, we put up blankets, and she has she calls it her tent.
Yeah, it's
like her fort. Yeah, her tent. And she always wants me to go in her tent with her. She likes to just go in there and play, and we just hang out in there. And sometimes she'll be watching her iPad, sometimes she'll be playing with drawing or playing with dolls or something. And I'll be in there usually just waiting to leave, you know, as you do as an adult, you know, in a tent. And oh boy, do I just put on a little fart show for her in there, though.
Oh, yeah.
It. Well, because I'm holding them 90% of the time. So it's like when I go in the tent, it's the fart zone,
Does
baby.
she fart?
Oh, yeah.
I bet they stink.
Oh.
Kids' farts are the worst.
Dylan could attest to that. It's in a way.
Their shits are even worse.
Yeah.
Especially when they don't close the door.
Or flush the toilet.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
She didn't flush the toilet. Yeah, that was really bad.
It was a real eye waterer, if you will.
I've smelt like busted sewer lines. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It was bananas.
Dude, that's like
Totally.
It was awesome though. It's like, damn.
I know she should have got an achievement for that shit.
is it shitty, no pun intended, that that's the number one reason I don't want to have kids is the shit. Like I'm gonna change diapers before, but baby shit is the worst. Gross. The guacamole shits. They're fucking
dude.
but then they turn to kids.
Well, then you don't have to buy guacamole anymore though.
And then, they're kid shits. You have to like teach your kid how to wipe their ass.
Like she wipes her own ass.
But it just, it's smelly. Kids are stinky.
See, that's the thing though, man. I dodged the bullet.
Mhm.
I'll never have to change a diaper.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
So good. Well, my own. Well, Kate will be changing mine because I'm an old man.
Change my day.
Yeah.
Gross.
But yeah, I don't know. I fart in that tent all the time though.
Yeah.
Like
Little fart tent.
I just let them rip in there, man. And then, but like I'm just trying to prolong the magic. Now, if you're in that kind of relationship, that modern relationship where you can just shit your pants in front of your wife as much as you want every day, then by all means go for it. But I do feel like there's something to trying to keep that magic alive.
Mm-hmm.
Now on the flip side, my house isn't huge and I only have one bathroom. So what do you do when your loved one is on the couch watching TV or on their phone or something and you got a shit?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? That shit is in your stomach with a buttload of farts
Mm-hmm.
that you've been holding for 2 days.
You know what? Yeah, like not every time you shit do you fart, but you feel it. You know it's going to happen before you even get in there.
So you go in, you sit down, and it just starts sounding like paint hitting the bottom of a spackle bucket. Because like, pop, 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 because you're just farting and it's just like a snare drum in there.
Like when you make popcorn on the stove.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I just turn on the fan. I try to like put on some music, or I'll be like, turn the TV up. I got to shit,
Mm-hmm.
I don't say it like that, but hey, you should turn this up. I need to go to the bathroom.
Turn the TV up. Papa's got a shit.
Yeah. And it wasn't in my pants this time.
Hey, it was once this time.
The last time I shit my pants, I was sick. I went to work. I came home for lunch. I was watching King of the Hill, enjoying a turkey sandwich, and I sharted.
Yeah.
I farted.
You built that up to shit your pants. Like that sounds like a poop over your pants story.
It definitely was. Yeah. Butterscotch right in the drawers there.
I'm going to make 2019 the year of no shitting my pants, I promise.
Well, you're off to a good start. It is the first. So you've got 364 days to redeem yourself.
Shit free.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts, gentlemen? We're going to wrap it up.
First
show of the year, man.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
We got a lot on the list, but we can get to that,
Yeah, we got some good guests coming up. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, that we do, and some possible really good guests.
Possible.
We're working on it, people. We're working on it. If you made it this far into the episode, we'd just like to thank you for sticking with us. Not for just this episode, but for all of 2019 and the great things that will come. We'll see you next week.
Bye.